Chosen one, can you feel it? That strange current running through your spirit, like heaven itself is tuning your frequency higher. The air feels heavier, time feels faster, and your body can sense something shifting before your mind can name it. That's not coincidence. That's calibration. God is changing your energy in this final week of October. You've been wondering why your sleep feels lighter, why your emotions swing between peace and pressure, why silence feels louder than usual. It's because the divine field around you is being rewritten. The energy that carried you through the first half of the year can't sustain what's coming next. Heaven is recoding your vibration, not to make you comfortable, but to make you capable. Every chosen one reaches this moment, when the familiar stops fitting and the future starts calling. This is that moment for you. The same presence that once comforted you is now confronting you, not out of anger, but out of acceleration. God is saying, you can't stay here. The energy you've been using was meant for who you were, not who you're becoming. That's why everything around you feels unstable. People are pulling away. Opportunities are pausing. Your body feels restless. Your spirit alert. You're not falling apart. You're being rewired. Heaven is exchanging your old spiritual frequency for one that matches your next assignment. The exhaustion you feel is not from weakness. It's from upgrade. Listen closely. In this final week of October, the veil between realms is thin. Heaven is releasing instruction in whispers, not shouts. The ones who are still will hear it first. If you try to hold on to what's expiring, it will drain you. But if you surrender to the shift, new energy will flood you like wind through open gates. This isn't random energy. It's resurrection energy. The same power that revives what looked finished is now stirring inside you. God is activating dormant gifts, restoring sensitivity, heightening discernment. You're being tuned to divine clarity, and though it feels disorienting, this is sacred realignment. Heaven adjusting your frequency so you can carry more light without breaking under its weight. So pause, breathe, listen. This week is a spiritual threshold. How you move through it determines how November greets you. You can resist and repeat, or release and rise. Chosen one, prepare your energy. Heaven is not asking. It's aligning. The shift is already here, and by the time this week ends, your vibration won't sound the same. Chosen one. As this final week of October unfolds, heaven is pressing a divine reset within your spirit. The frequencies of the past months have reached their limit. What once worked no longer feels right, and what once energized you now leaves you empty. That's not failure, it's transition. God is not punishing you, He's preparing you. This is the moment when your energy field is being recalibrated for the next dimension of purpose. Everything in the spirit realm functions by vibration. Before God moves you forward, He changes your frequency. That's why this week feels strange, like invisible currents moving through your atmosphere. You may feel drained, emotional, even restless. You're not losing strength, you're shedding static. Heaven is removing every vibration that was birthed in worry, distraction, and fear. The patterns that kept you repeating cycles can't survive in the energy you're stepping into. When God begins recalibration, the body reacts before the mind understands. You might feel tension in your chest, pressure behind your eyes, or heaviness in your sleep. These are spiritual detox symptoms. You're being pulled out of resonance with what no longer serves you. The things that used to fit are now vibrating on a lower frequency. The conversations, environments, and distractions that once felt harmless now feel loud. Don't resist this. It's proof that your system is awakening. This is the purification phase before the elevation. Heaven is clearing the residue of old warfare and replacing it with divine rhythm. Every chosen one goes through this realignment before major acceleration. The stillness that surrounds you is not emptiness, it's frequency preparation. The Spirit is lowering external noise so you can detect internal guidance. God is not silent. He's fine-tuning your hearing. Pay attention to what happens this week. The patterns are speaking. The dreams will sharpen. The coincidences will multiply. You'll feel drawn to silence more than conversation, solitude more than crowds. That's not isolation, it's initiation. God isolates before he amplifies. You're being positioned to carry light without interference. Many around you won't understand. They'll say you've changed, but that's exactly the point. Heaven is breaking the energetic agreements you made unconsciously with limitation. Every time you chose peace over panic, obedience over validation, you signaled readiness for this moment. Now, heaven responds with recalibration. Don't fight what's falling away. Some relationships will fade quietly. Some plans will dissolve overnight. Let them. Energy cannot lie. And when yours changes, anything false must leave. It's not rejection, it's resonance correction. God is replacing imitation peace with authentic alignment. This final week of October is the hinge between the exhaustion of your past cycle and the empowerment of your next one. You will notice how your spirit begins to prefer simplicity. Your intuition will grow louder, and your mind will crave stillness instead of stimulation. That's how you'll know the shift has anchored. When peace starts feeling more natural than chaos. Chosen one, stand still in your transformation. Don't rush the process. Recalibration takes surrender. Your energy is being rewritten by divine frequency, the sound of heaven harmonizing with your purpose. Let go of resistance and allow the current to move through you. When this week ends, the static will be gone, and what remains will be clear, steady, and untouchable. God is not just changing your circumstances, He's changing your signal. You are no longer resonating with survival. You are vibrating in destiny. Why God is changing your frequency now? Chosen one, nothing God does is random. When He changes your frequency, it's because your assignment is shifting dimensions. The same vibration that once sustained your survival can't support your expansion. Heaven never upgrades your situation without upgrading your energy first. You've prayed for open doors, divine alignment, greater purpose, but you can't walk through those doors carrying yesterday's vibration. This is why your spirit feels stretched, why peace feels different, and why you sense a new urgency in the air. Right now, the spiritual realm is recalibrating chosen ones globally. The final week of October isn't just another date, it's a threshold, a closing of one energetic cycle and the ignition of another. Heaven is separating density from destiny. Every vibration that's built on fear, delay, or self-doubt is being stripped from your field because it cannot coexist with the light you're stepping into. You're not being drained, you're being detoxed. You may notice yourself growing quieter. The urge to explain, defend, or prove yourself is fading. That's because God is removing you from frequencies that require performance. He's aligning you with peace, not pressure. Every divine shift begins with discomfort, not because God wants to hurt you, but because He's stretching your energy field to fit the blessing that's about to arrive. The tension you feel is proof that your old spiritual framework is too small. Chosen one, heaven doesn't wait for comfort. It waits for readiness. And this time, you're ready. That's why your discernment has sharpened. You no longer tolerate conversations that drain you, environments that cloud your spirit, or habits that dull your intuition. What used to entertain you now irritates you. What used to soothe you now feels heavy. That's not burnout, that's spiritual graduation. Your system is rejecting what no longer matches your vibration. God is changing your frequency now because your time of hidden preparation has ended. You've completed your refining phase. The silence, the isolation, the surrender. Every delay that frustrated you was actually divine construction. You weren't being denied, you were being tuned. And now, heaven is signaling that the next season requires you to radiate, not chase. To attract, not plead. The energy of striving is being replaced by the energy of alignment. But here's the truth. Before heaven promotes you, it purifies you. That's why the last few months have been heavy. You are being detoxed from energetic attachments, people, patterns, and thoughts that disguise themselves as stability but were secretly siphoning your strength. When you felt lonely, God was actually freeing your field. When you felt misunderstood, He was disconnecting interference. When you felt still, He was stabilizing your signal. This recalibration is happening now because November carries new assignments. You cannot hear those instructions through static. God is resetting your inner rhythm so that when He speaks next, you'll recognize His tone immediately. The timing is critical. Heaven has been aligning circumstances, people and opportunities behind the veil. Your only task now is to match the vibration of readiness. The more you resist change, the louder the pressure becomes. The moment you surrender, peace returns. This is the secret of divine transformation. Energy always obeys surrender. When you let go, heaven takes over. Chosen one, this final week of October is sacred ground. The energy around you is not chaos, it's construction. God is changing your frequency because your next season carries higher voltage. Your purpose has outgrown your old resonance. And when the upgrade is complete, you'll notice it instantly. Anxiety will fade, clarity will rise, and peace will hum beneath everything you do. Don't fear the recalibration. Embrace it. The shaking is not breaking, it's shaping. You're being tuned to the frequency of fulfillment, the sound of divine readiness. Heaven is not asking for your permission, it's adjusting your position. When God changes your energy, it's because He's preparing your environment to recognize you. And when your vibration shifts, your future won't have to find you. It will feel you. Chosen one. When God begins upgrading your energy, the first place you'll feel it is in your emotions. Before transformation manifests outwardly, heaven rewires you inwardly. Your body becomes the battlefield where old frequencies collide with new alignment. The waves of emotion you've been experiencing aren't instability, they're initiation. You are literally feeling your old vibration dying and your new one being born. One moment you feel peaceful, the next you feel restless. You wake up with clarity, and by evening you question everything. You cry without knowing why, or laugh in moments that should have made you anxious. These aren't mood swings, they're energy shifts. God is purging your field from energies that have lived rent-free in your spirit. Every tear, every surge of emotion is releasing residue from past timelines. The things you thought you healed are surfacing one last time. Not to haunt you, but to leave you. Your heart is expanding to hold a higher frequency of light, but that expansion feels like pressure before it feels like peace. When divine energy enters the human system, everything dense rises to the surface. That's why you're remembering old pain, old relationships, old regrets. They are not returning to bind you. They're surfacing to be burned away. Heaven is saying, this cannot travel with you any further. You may also feel physical symptoms, sudden fatigue, vivid dreams, tightness in the chest, waves of warmth or chills. These are not random. They are indicators that your energy body is rebalancing. When your spirit upgrades, your nervous system must adjust to the new voltage. The exhaustion you feel is your body anchoring light. So don't fight it, rest. Sleep is sacred during transition. It's where heaven does its deepest repairs. Emotionally, you'll feel the urge to withdraw. People's energy will overwhelm you faster. Crowds will feel heavy. Conversations that used to entertain you will suddenly feel meaningless. This isn't arrogance, it's ascension. You're beginning to crave authenticity over noise. You're realizing that peace is more powerful than attention. Heaven is detoxing your desire for validation so you can operate purely from vibration, not approval. But the most significant symptom of upgrade is sensitivity. Your intuition sharpens. You feel things before they happen. Songs, numbers, symbols, and whispers in nature start speaking directly to you. This isn't imagination, it's elevation. Your spirit is syncing with heaven's language. The closer your frequency aligns, the faster God's messages reach you. That's why sensitivity can feel like chaos at first. Your antenna is expanding, and your soul is learning to translate a higher code. Chosen one, this emotional turbulence isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. The energy moving through you is intelligence. It knows exactly what it's doing. Let it cleanse you. When sadness comes, sit with it until it turns to peace. When anxiety spikes, breathe until you feel stillness. Every emotional storm carries a divine assignment to clear space for the next revelation. You are not being punished for feeling deeply. You're being trusted with divine sensitivity. The chosen can't afford numbness. You were designed to sense shifts before they manifest, to detect spiritual tremors before they shake the world. Your emotions are not your enemy. They're your early warning system. And soon, the chaos will calm. The intensity will fade. What felt like confusion will crystallize into clarity. You'll realize that every emotional wave was heaven's way of washing away the old version of you, the one built on survival, self-doubt, and fear. What remains will be your true vibration, peaceful, present, and powerful. So don't suppress your emotions. Surrender them. Let God use every feeling as fire to refine your energy. Because the same emotions that once overwhelmed you will become your instruments of discernment. Chosen one. This is not emotional instability. This is emotional evolution. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. And when this upgrade completes, you'll walk lighter, speak softer, and carry peace that feels like power. Heaven is not asking you to control the waves, only to trust the tide. The energy shifting within you is not random. It's resurrection. You are rising from frequencies that once buried you. And when this week ends, your emotions won't weigh you down. They'll carry you forward. Chosen one. Every divine upgrade comes with a divine clearing. When God changes your frequency, He must remove everything built on vibrations that no longer serve your destiny. The shaking that's been happening in your life, the endings, the distance, the silence, it isn't random. It's heaven, cleaning your energetic field. You asked for alignment, and alignment demands purification. You've probably noticed it already. People who once felt close suddenly seem far. Plans that looked promising start falling apart without explanation. Opportunities that once excited you now feel strangely hollow. This is not loss. This is divine housekeeping. Heaven never takes without intention. When God begins to elevate your vibration, everything that can't survive in that higher frequency starts falling away naturally. You're not being punished, you're being protected. Every separation in this season is sacred. God is not removing people or things from you. He's removing interference from His signal through you. The higher your frequency, the fewer attachments you can carry. What once resonated with your old energy will no longer feel safe around your new one. Some connections will disconnect simply because your growth threatens their stagnation. That's not betrayal, that's spiritual law. Heaven clears quietly. It doesn't announce who's being removed or why. One day, the conversation stops, the door closes, and peace replaces confusion. When you feel that peace after a sudden ending, that's confirmation. Your spirit recognizes the release even when your mind doesn't. Don't chase what God dismissed. Don't mourn what grace removed, because every closed door is a shield in disguise, keeping you from frequencies that could have contaminated your next season. Chosen one, the hardest part of this process is accepting that not everyone who walked with you can rise with you. Some people were assignments, not alignments. They entered your life to teach you lessons, not to walk into your legacy. God is separating roles, pruning the garden of your destiny so only what bears fruit remains. If you try to reattach what heaven has uprooted, you'll reintroduce delay. And it's not just people, it's patterns. God is also clearing habits, distractions, thought cycles, and emotional anchors that drain your divine current. The anxiety that once drove your productivity will no longer work. The coping mechanisms that once kept you safe now feel suffocating. Don't resist this. You're being reprogrammed to operate from peace, not panic. There's a sacred loneliness in divine clearing. You'll stand in rooms that used to feel full and sense emptiness. You'll scroll through old messages and feel no pull to reply. That's not numbness. It's neutrality. It means the attachment has been broken. You're not disconnected. You're detoxed. Heaven is recalibrating your relationships according to resonance, not history. Understand this: divine clearing always precedes divine clarity. The reason you couldn't see what's next was because you were surrounded by noise. God removes the unnecessary before He reveals the new. The moment you stop mourning what left, you'll start noticing what's arriving. So don't resist the release. Let heaven sweep your field clean. Every ending right now is a coded blessing. Every silence is God protecting your signal. When the dust settles, You'll realize nothing real was lost, only the illusions that diluted your light. Chosen one, this final week of October is your spiritual reset. God is making room for fresh energy, new allies, clearer purpose. And when the clearing completes, your frequency will be so refined that only what carries divine signature can approach you. You don't need to chase alignment. Alignment will find you once the clutter is gone. What's leaving you isn't rejection, it's recognition that your new energy requires new surroundings. Let heaven clean. Let heaven choose, and when the clearing is done, you'll look around and see what's left. Peace, purpose, and power. Chosen one. When heaven finishes clearing your field, the atmosphere around you begins to hum with divine precision. Everything starts to feel different, lighter, quieter, clearer. That's how you know you're stepping into alignment. Energy alignment is not an emotional high. It's the calm that follows chaos. It's when your spirit stops reaching and starts resonating. It's the sacred recognition that what once drained you can no longer touch you. The first sign of alignment is peace without proof. You can't explain it, but you just know things are shifting in your favor. The anxiety that once clouded your mornings lifts. The confusion that made you doubt every decision fades. You no longer need to know how everything will work. You just trust that it will. That trust isn't delusion, it's vibration. Your energy has synchronized with heaven's frequency, and now your field is being guided by divine rhythm instead of fear. You'll notice that life begins to flow again. The resistance you've been pushing through suddenly dissolves. Tasks that felt impossible become effortless. Conversations that used to trigger you no longer affect you. The same situations that once stirred chaos now reveal clarity. That's because you're no longer reacting from emotion. You're responding from elevation. The storm around you hasn't changed. You have. You've become still enough to command it. The second sign of alignment is acceleration. Divine timing begins to compress. Delays vanish. Messages arrive at the perfect moment. People show up carrying confirmation you didn't ask for. It's as if the universe itself recognizes your new signal and rushes to support it. Heaven honors energy that obeys. Once your vibration matches your assignment, manifestation speeds up. Doors open, not because you pushed harder, but because you stopped resisting. Then comes discernment, a new clarity that feels almost supernatural. You'll start recognizing truth instantly. You won't need long explanations to feel what's real. Your spirit will know before your mind catches up. That's how aligned energy operates. It reads frequency, not faces. You'll sense peace where you're meant to stay and pressure where you're meant to go. Confusion will no longer linger because heaven no longer speaks in riddles once your vibration stabilizes. Another sign is divine detachment. The need to prove, chase, or control fades away. You stop begging for understanding because you finally understand yourself. You start loving in freedom, giving without depletion, and working without striving. This is the phase where you stop looking for validation and start vibrating in value. Alignment feels like expansion without effort, a quiet confidence that everything is unfolding as written. Chosen one, you'll even feel it in your body. Your breathing deepens. Your posture softens. Your heart feels lighter. Your intuition becomes physical. Chills, during confirmation, warmth during revelation, stillness when the Spirit speaks. Heaven designed your body as an instrument. Alignment is when it starts playing heaven's melody again. Pay attention to your surroundings too. When your frequency locks into place, the external world mirrors it. You'll begin attracting cleaner conversations, purposeful people, and divine opportunities. Your environment will start matching your energy, not the other way around. Even nature will respond. Sunsets, feathers, sudden breezes during prayer. These are not random signs. They're echoes of alignment. But perhaps the greatest sign of all is gratitude. You'll stop asking, "When will it happen?" and start whispering, "Thank you. It already is." Gratitude isn't just emotion. It's evidence that your vibration is resting in divine trust. When you feel thankful for what hasn't yet manifested, you've reached perfect resonance with heaven's will. Chosen one, alignment doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means life becomes accurate. You no longer waste energy on what isn't yours. You live lighter, love deeper, listen clearer. You start glowing differently, not because of effort, but because heaven's current flows through you unobstructed. This final week of October isn't just a date on the calendar. It's an energetic confirmation. Heaven is syncing you with its heartbeat. You are entering divine synchrony, where your thoughts, emotions, and spirit move in one rhythm with God's timing. So be still. Protect your peace. Guard your glow. Because once you're aligned, no force on earth or in hell can knock you out of frequency again. Chosen one. The energy of October is closing like a divine door, and what comes next will not wait for hesitation. Heaven has been recalibrating you for this very moment, and now preparation becomes sacred. The next spiritual cycle requires precision, not perfection. You cannot enter November carrying frequencies meant for old battles. This is the final purification before divine propulsion. God never moves you into a new cycle without first testing your capacity to sustain it. That's why this week has been strange. Waves of emotion, flashes of insight, deep silence, followed by sudden revelation. The Spirit is teaching you to flow with rhythm instead of resistance. Every spiritual cycle operates by divine timing, and the prepared rise effortlessly while the unready repeat lessons. Heaven is making sure you don't repeat. Preparation begins with decluttering your atmosphere. Clean your space, clear your schedule, simplify your thoughts. The new energy that's coming in November is fast, sharp, electric. It cannot enter chaos. Anything that carries confusion or delay must be released now. God will not pour fresh oil into contaminated containers. This is your moment to let go intentionally, to choose stillness over noise, clarity over comfort, surrender over control. The second step is spiritual hydration. You've poured so much energy into surviving the refinement that your spirit now thirsts for renewal. Feed your soul with silence, worship, nature prayer. The noise of the world cannot interpret what heaven is whispering. When your mind rests, revelation begins. God is preparing to download divine strategy, but he won't compete with distractions. That's why this final week feels quieter. Heaven is about to speak again. The third form of preparation is energetic stewardship. Guard your frequency like a sacred flame. Don't engage arguments. Don't absorb fear. Don't revisit expired spaces. When your energy rises, the enemy will test your boundaries, not to destroy you, but to prove what you've learned. This time, you'll respond differently. You'll protect peace before you defend ego. You'll retreat into prayer instead of reaction. That's how you preserve your elevation. Chosen one, God is also calling you to update your intentions. What you desired months ago may not align with who you are now. The old prayers came from pain. The new ones must come from purpose. Sit with heaven and rewrite your requests. Ask not for what's comfortable, but for what's correct. You are entering a cycle where manifestation responds to purity, not desperation. The cleaner your motives, the quicker your manifestations. As the spiritual calendar turns, remember that preparation is protection. When you align in advance, you won't have to chase what's meant for you. It will find you by frequency. Heaven is setting divine appointments in November, but they're only accessible to those vibrating in readiness. This is why your body feels sensitive, your dreams more vivid, your discernment sharper. Your entire being is syncing with prophetic timing. Take these days to breathe, to reset, to listen. You're not waiting for something to begin. It already has. You're simply adjusting your rhythm to match heaven's new tempo. The next spiritual cycle isn't about effort, it's about embodiment. You don't need to do more, you need to become more aware of what's already moving through you. Chosen one, by the time October ends, your energy will no longer match where you've been. You'll feel an unshakable peace, a quiet authority, a knowing that can't be explained. That's the mark of readiness, when your spirit vibrates in harmony with divine will. Nothing external can pull you out of alignment. So prepare, not with fear, but with faith. Cleanse, listen, breathe, release. Heaven is not warning you, it's welcoming you. You're about to step into a cycle where everything accelerates according to obedience. What took months will take moments. What felt distant will manifest suddenly. You've been recalibrated. Now you're being positioned. The next cycle isn't waiting for you, it's already calling your name. Chosen one, you've reached the doorway. October's energy has stripped, stretched, and sanctified you. And now, heaven whispers the same word across every timeline of your life: renewal. This isn't just recovery, it's rebirth. You are stepping into November not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be. The light around you is changing hue. The air feels cleaner, and your heart beats with divine rhythm again. That's not imagination. That's transformation taking form. The energy you're walking into is different. It's lighter, faster, higher. It doesn't tolerate what drains, delays, or distracts. The lessons of this month have burned away false peace, leaving only purified purpose. Where exhaustion once lived, expectancy now breathes. The same God who dismantled your old frequency is now filling you with holy fire, fresh vitality for a new mission. You've been rewired to radiate heaven's wavelength. Renewal doesn't arrive with noise. It begins in stillness. You'll wake one morning soon and feel it. That quiet confidence, that subtle joy with no visible reason. That's divine confirmation that your frequency has been restored. You're no longer vibrating in survival. You're resonating in purpose. The old heaviness that used to cling to your chest will lift. The inner war that once had drained you will cease. You won't need to force peace anymore. You'll become it. Chosen one, this new frequency carries authority. The months of testing weren't meant to break you. They were meant to build credibility in the spirit. Every tear you shed refined your vibration. Every loss cleared your field. Every surrender amplified your signal. Now heaven can trust your energy to hold weight, to influence, to heal, to awaken. When you speak, peace will follow. When you walk into rooms, atmospheres will shift. This is what divine maturity feels like. Quiet impact. As you step into November, watch how creation responds to you. The right people will start orbiting your energy. Divine opportunities will appear effortlessly. Conversations will lead to confirmation. You'll begin attracting by resonance instead of reaching by reasoning. That's how you'll know the renewal has anchored, when what once required striving now flows in ease. You may still feel moments of fatigue. That's your system stabilizing under new voltage. Rest when heaven tells you to. Drink more water. Spend time near light, sun, flame, prayer. You're learning how to carry higher current without burnout. Every chosen one must balance expansion with embodiment. God is not rushing you, He's rooting you. Another sign of renewal is restored vision. Ideas will spark again. Creativity will return with force. What felt stuck will suddenly make sense. The inspiration that went quiet during your refining will come roaring back. But this time, it won't be fueled by fear of failure. It will be powered by divine flow. You'll start building differently, with patience, with faith, with spiritual precision. Chosen one, don't mistake this calm for inactivity. Heaven's silence now is stability. The storm has done its work. The soil of your spirit is ready for new seeds. What you plant in early November will define the energy of the months ahead. Plant intentionally. Gratitude, truth, obedience, peace. These frequencies will multiply faster than you can imagine. You have survived the burning. Now you will witness the blooming. Your energy no longer echoes the past. It vibrates with promise. The world won't understand the glow returning to your eyes, the steadiness in your tone, the serenity in your steps. But heaven will. Because this glow isn't aesthetic, it's evidence. Proof that divine recalibration was successful. So walk forward with reverence. Move quietly, but confidently. You don't have to announce what God has renewed. Your energy will declare it. This is the beginning of divine synchrony, where your actions, your aura, and your assignment finally move in perfect rhythm. The final week of October was never meant to end you. It was designed to restore you. Now, you rise, refueled, refined, and radiant. Welcome to November's frequency. Welcome to your renewal. Chosen one, take a breath. Feel this stillness wrapping around your spirit. What you're sensing now isn't just relief. It's resonance. Heaven has tuned you to divine synchrony, where your energy, your timing, and your purpose finally move as one. This is what all the pressure, all the waiting, all the purging was for. To bring you into perfect alignment with God's rhythm. In this space, everything flows with sacred precision. What once felt delayed now feels divinely timed. What once confused you now makes perfect sense. Every pain, every pause, every detour, it all led here. You didn't lose direction, you were being synchronized. Heaven had to slow you down until the path and your frequency could match. That's why this last week of October has felt both heavy and holy. It was the merging of two timelines, who you were and who you're becoming. You're no longer walking by force, you're moving by flow. Doors will begin opening without knocking. Ideas will form before you ask for clarity. People destined for your next chapter will appear with effortless grace. That's divine synchrony, when God's will no longer feels like waiting, but like breathing. Listen closely. This level of alignment comes with a new responsibility: to protect your peace as sacred ground. The higher your vibration, the more sensitive your field becomes. Not every energy can travel with you now. Guard your mind, your words, your rest. Silence will be your new strategy. Obedience will be your weapon. Gratitude will be your shield. You'll begin to notice how heaven communicates faster now. The signs won't be subtle. Numbers, symbols, songs, dreams, they'll arrive in clusters, confirming that you've entered divine frequency. Don't overanalyze them. Simply acknowledge, I'm in sync. That acknowledgement keeps the current flowing. Chosen one, you have entered the phase where alignment itself becomes acceleration. You don't have to chase manifestation. It recognizes you by vibration. The old version of you needed proof. The renewed version moves in knowing. That is divine maturity. Heaven doesn't have to shout anymore. Your spirit understands the whisper. This new synchrony is not temporary, it's transformation. The energy shift you've been feeling is now permanent calibration. You are vibrating at the level of your calling. You've graduated from reaction to revelation, from striving to surrender. Every step from here will echo with purpose. So as October fades, lift your eyes. November that is already open before you, bright, magnetic, prophetic. You will walk into it lighter, wiser, freer. The density of your past season has dissolved, replaced by divine rhythm. Every breath now carries prophecy. Every silence now holds strategy. You are no longer asking, when will it happen? Heaven is answering, it already has. Chosen one, your energy is one with divine order. You are no longer chasing alignment, you are alignment. So move gently, speak carefully, shine fully, because this is not the beginning of something new, it's the continuation of what was written before time began. You've entered divine synchrony, and from here on, every heartbeat will echo heaven.